shit crowd me to edit. Yeah, I see face, look at it. Hold up, ooh, that's dead. Need a minute, need a plan to revive. Let's get a shot pressing. Now you say what I said. They got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up. I don't miss often. No look, I had to boss up, get the post up when it's.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just... It's NBA basketball on GA. Terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. They've got Karl Anthony Towns, Malik Beasley out there with Russell, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3 slot. And there's Gallinari on the assist by Adams. And tonight, two teams, Brent, that like to get into their sets, work the ball, have a little patience. Back in your day, what was your favorite play to run in half court?
Any NBA player, Kevin, will tell you their favorite play to run in the half court was any play that was called for them. Yeah. So let's start with that. But most of the time, I just enjoyed sets where the ball moved around. 4 or 5 touches. We talk often about good to great, but when you knew the opportunity for you to shoot the ball was there, but there was a better one for the next guy, that's when you're operating at a high level.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Hernan Gomez. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
And it's Gallinari missing.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Pass to Beasley. Kicks it to Russell. Pass to Hernan Gomez. To the paint. Thunder with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Launches a 3, and Chris Paul hits from deep.
Beautiful right there. Good form, soft touch. Paul a consistent threat in all aspects of the game.
Hernan Gomez passes to Okogie. Got a piece of it. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Paul dishes to Gallinari. Jacks up a 3. Good on the triple. Gallinari's got 5 now.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
No good from Beasley.
Kev, I know it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
Dort misses.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Back to Towns. And the pass to Okogie. Outside, Russell. 5 to shoot. Shoots from 14. No good from Hernan Gomez. And so it's Gallinari with it. They'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. The 10-footer. The shot by Paul. No good. Timberwolves trail by 8.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense. And it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. The Timberwolves have gone a paltry 0 of 6 from the field here in what's been a very difficult start for them.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Here's Gallinari. Here's Adams. Paul with the 3. Oklahoma City the rebound. Passes it to Dort. It's up a 3. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Out to Russell. Pass to Okogie. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Russell passes to Towns. Shoots over Adams. Towns, no luck. The Thunder leading by 6. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Plays it up and banks it in.
We've talked so much about Gilgeous-Alexander's athleticism. This is the reason why, on display.
Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
A terrific movement off of the dead ball situation and a great play to get the bucket.
Paul outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul passes to Dort. Shoots. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Beasley outside. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Paul for 3. It's not going to go for him. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Thunder up 4. And don't go away. We'll be... One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony Towns, knows it's important.
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar, you know.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So the Thunder 5 right now. Muscala is out there with Noel. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Ferguson in at the small forward. And the Timberwolves with possession here. 6-point game. Reed.
Noel is an active defender and right now annoying some of the shot selection from the opponent.
Here's the 3, and that one's good. Schroeder.
He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Kicks to Culver. Pass to Reed. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
An impressive all-around player. Culver passes the ball well for a guy at that position.
Schroeder looking over the floor. Fires from the line. Connects. The jumper drops. Schroeder's got 5 points in the quarter.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. But he's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, it's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling. Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Diallo. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. With the playoffs around the corner, Brent, some teams already making vacation plans. Talk about the disappointment that those kinds of teams are feeling right now.
Yeah, you start the beginning of training camp with ideas of wanting to play into the postseason, and you know the realization of that goal is not going to be met. And what you want to do is remember your opportunity as a player, Kevin, to go out and still compete. You might not be back with the team that you're playing the end of the season with, the last 10 games. Maybe you're somewhere else. But there are teams, as we've always said, still watching you. And so don't ever get away from the idea of the competition as the season winds down.
They always say the eye in the sky doesn't lie. Everything is on tape, right? I mean,
yeah, and they are assessing how it is that you approach that, because you show your stripes when things are not going well. What kind of character do you have?
Lehman kicks to Culver. The pass to Reed. Here's Lehman. He's covered by Noel. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And he jams it with authority.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Tuesday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success.
Now, here's Robertson. He's guarded by Russell. Again, the Thunder score.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Now, here's Culver. Guarded closer. Beasley, the pass to Towns. And Adams sends it back.
Well, Steven Adams is very much capable of anchoring a defense right there in a great spot to get the block.
Inside, and Adams with the slam.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Here's Towns. Another miss by Minnesota.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Schroeder. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
It's good.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Adams against Towns. Pulls it up. Noel trying to break loose. Adams' shot is off.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Russell dishes to Towns. A beautiful reverse layup.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Thunder lead by 18.
Thank you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about right.
Now let me give you what you came for.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
On the court for Minnesota, we've got Malik Beasley. He's out there with D'Angelo Russell, and it's a Kogi in at the 3 spot. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Russell passes to Towns. Here's Okogie. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Brent, offensive versatility all the rage now. Which guards do you think do the best job of generating offense with their back to the basket?
I don't know so much as these guys are playing with their back to the basket, Kevin, so much as they're finding ways to get the ball without a dribble at about 15 feet away from the basket. So one dribble, they're at the rim.
Right.
They're very effective at the mid-range. Chris Paul and DeMar DeRozan have had tremendous efficiency from those areas on the floor. So those are the kind of players that put some pressure on your defense because they're starting their offense so close to the basket, and they're effective with which they do it. Not on the post, not on the perimeter, and they're finding ways to be impactful.
Russell against Paul. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Steven Adams does all of the dirty work. I mean, all of it, Kevin. A defensive anchor and continues to play with tremendous energy on a nightly basis.
Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches?
No, it can't be.
Well, I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game.
Yeah.
Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. I mean, quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that very much.
Paul with the three. No good on that one. And Minnesota will come the other way.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
2 points. That one goes.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Down low. Here's Muscala. And that'll be 2 free throws. And now, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Basket good. Ferguson's got 6.
Capable of running the offense, and now a new one for Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the first few seasons in the NBA, not an easy time for Terrence Ferguson. Young wings have their ups and downs, but the franchise still very much believes in his talent.
Now here's Paul. And Muscala kicks the ball. A three-pointer, no good. Timberwolves trail by 18. And with Ferguson, the fans can be hard on him. They're expecting more. But, Greg, it's going to take time for him.
Ferguson has already made big strides with his defense. The shot and consistency will come, but the fans will have to be patient with him.
Paul passes to Gilgeous-Alexander from 17 feet out, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Hernan Gomez. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's Reed, and that's off the glass and in. 7 points in the game. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. Paul left side. From down in the low post, it goes.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Noel, defended by Paul. Pass to Lehman. Here's Reed. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Muscala's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound by Okogie. From deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Thunder. They lead by 18. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Dennis Schroeder. He's out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Noel in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. To the inside. Towns down low. Noel on him. Towns, no luck. Oklahoma City leading by 18. Robertson, the pass to Baisley. To the left side wing. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Towns. At the number of trades now starting to involve stars. It feels like the league's power balance is always shifting to some degree.
Yeah, and I think organizations that are trying to stay ahead of the trend, Kevin, might think about, we might have a star for just 2 years. How can we get the next one? Backside of that, Kevin, is a lot of these star players are signing deals that are not extending to 4, 5, 6 years. You can't even do that anymore. So you get a guy for a couple years. What he wants to do is maximize his earning potential for 1 or 2 seasons, become a free agent again, and then look around the league where opportunities not only to win, but to also cash in. That's what's happening in today's game.
Shot on the wing, and no good. Trying to use the glass. Culver dishes to Johnson. Towns kicks to Beasley. Back to Towns. Johnson, the pass to Towns. Here's Baisley. Pass to Robertson. Schroeder outside. Back to Robertson. Clock at 4. And there's the pass to Baisley. And Beasley, here we go.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Schroeder, a putback. No good that time. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. To the middle. Johnson kicks to Russell. Passes to Culver. Now Johnson. Pass to Culver. Beasley up top. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Nader. The Thunder with another miss. Timberwolves trail by 14. And they double up Russell. To the paint. And Beasley gets it to go on the assist by Towns. And that's now 6 points for Beasley. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. 22 is their biggest lead. Pass to Noel. Back to Schroeder. Over Russell. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Shoots it up. Misses off the right eye.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you. Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Minnesota shooting the ball at 42%. Johnson dishes to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Shoots over Schroeder, and with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Towns. Oklahoma City's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. The pass to Schroeder. Here's Baisley, who's guarded by Johnson. On the wing, Robertson. Oklahoma City moving it around. And it's Noel missing. Minnesota with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Johnson finds Russell. Beasley with a clean look. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Beasley's got it back down to within single digits for Minnesota. The Thunder shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Schroeder against Russell. Passes it to Robertson. Now here's Noel. Not a lot of room. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
And the Thunder going with the whole new group out there. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Okogie comes in for Culver. Paul with the three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Guys, a comeback probably not in the cards at this point.
Yeah, I think you can put a fork in it.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hernangomez, no good. Paul left side. Here's Adams. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
Where was the D on that one? Just too easy.
Russell from long range. Misses the shot.
How about Chris Paul just in the right position, so smart on both ends of the floor?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on NBA 2K TV. Check it out.
For the land of the free and the whole.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And a chance to take a look. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, since
Doing it all, DA. Thanks. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Malik Beasley out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4 spot. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5. Down low. And stolen by Booker. Here's the break. Rubio dishes to Booker. It's a hand on it, and Rubio with the second chance points.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
And that one is good by Beasley. Clark, when you have two teams that are this athletic, what type of game you think you're going to see?
Well, you know what? Sometimes it can lead to guys trying to do too much. But when it's at its best with this kind of athleticism on display, I think you're going to see a high-octane, fun game.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Following the bucket by the Timberwolves. 3 on the clock. Booker. It's rebounded by Towns. Looking at the Suns, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Trailblazers. Here's Hernan Gomez, and that one is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Break for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought. There is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
And it's Towns penetrating. Right at the free throw line. The offensive rebound. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Beast mode in the painted area. Karl Anthony Towns. Hard to match up with him. His size and skill set, top level.
Pass to Bridges. Rubio outside. He feeds it to Johnson. Good on the shot.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Now here's Beasley. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio. The Suns making a switch here. Saric is checked in. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Passes it to Okogie. Now Hernan Gomez. Just 4 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Okogie misses. Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And the pass to Bridges. Back to Rubio. Here's Saric, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And, you know, really, Saric's skills are tailor-made for today's NBA. He's a big guy who does a little bit of everything at both ends, and he's a laser from that three-point line.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And you think about the 2 best talents in Wolves history, KG, obviously, and probably Big Cat.
I would not disagree. I mean, KG is a Hall of Famer. The Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, has been terrific early in his career. The rebounding and scoring, the versatility at that size between those 2 guys. Well, it could have possibly been like the Admiral and Tim Duncan. Well, maybe not quite that good, but really good.
Here's Jerome, following the score by Jarrett Culver. To the inside, here's Baines. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Here's Lehman. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game.
That is prototype rebounding right there. He gets the position down low, boxes out, and then corrals.
Bucket is good.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Reed, covered by Sharich. Reed gets the bucket. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Sharich passes to Baines, and the layup's good off the glass. Baines has got his second bucket tonight.
And obviously a total team player. Sharich is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
Here's Lehman. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. Suns leading by 3. Carter, the pass to Kaminsky. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Johnson right side with 1 on the clock. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
You know, Kaminsky doing a nice job contesting shooters and those.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Suns lead by 5. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry.
I want to be the best player who ever played, and I feel that I can.
On his coaches, Greg and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Phoenix?
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the open man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Johnson is out there with Lehman. Then it's Culver, and it's Reed in at the 5. Here's Jerome. Johnson with the defensive effort.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Kaminsky. Johnson outside. Lobs it up. Got a hand on it. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And we got a chance now to check out multiple seasons of assist numbers and what has been the trend for Rubio.
And the improvement he's shown as a passer is really noticeable. He's developed a much better understanding of how to spread the basketball around and how to keep the offense clicking. And he's a much better player because of it. And the young Timberwolves head coach, Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders, about as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level, the late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game, to a modern-day approach for a young coach.
Johnson outside. Inside. Baseline J on the way. Reed misses.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Passes to Baines. Now here is Carter. Defense right on him. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one's on Johnson.
A load in the paint. Once Kaminsky is established, you pretty much have to foul.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. Clark, some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans, unfortunately, will have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner. And that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. And you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the moves, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right. Booker the pass to Kaminsky. Back to Booker. Second chance shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Sharge checked in for Phoenix.
And one thing the Wolves have done well over the past few seasons, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, you know, they squeeze it well. Low turnovers can be a double-edged sword, though. If you don't make many mistakes, maybe you're not being aggressive enough.
Towns, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Hernan Gomez has got his second bucket.
Yeah, you know, the willingness from Towns to share the ball, just another reason why his guys love playing with him.
They double him with Russell. There's the pass to Ayton. Booker dishes to Ayton. Banked in off the glass. Ayton's got his first bucket of the night.
And this is where Ayton does the most damage. Inside, feels like he can score on anyone.
And stolen by Booker. Now, here's Bridges. Tight defense on him. And it's Towns penetrating. And the dunk by Towns.
And no help on that one. Towns, long strides. It all the way to the rack. Way to go, big fella.
A 15-footer. Rubio misses.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Down low. It's deflected.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Rubio. That shot, no good. Nice D from Russell. Beasley outside. Hernan Gomez kicks to Beasley. And another 3 for Minnesota. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Booker the pass to Rubio. Booker left side. Over Beasley. And that one released in time, but no good. And a close game. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. They did give up a couple baskets more.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Towns, he's really been playing well.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Beasley dishes to Towns. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Russell with it. 5 on the clock. Good D by Rubio. And it's Rubio with the ball for the Suns. The lead is 2. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
The Suns shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. The drive by Rubio, and the layup is good.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
Timberwolves trail by 3. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
Booker inside. He's up against Beasley. Johnson kicks to Booker. And the rejection by Towns.
Great timing on the block there. Towns helps affect winning in a lot of different ways.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. All right, Clark, game is on the line. 1 free throw to make to win a big game. Who is up there for you?
I'd go with your colleague and mine.
Oh, yeah.
But since he's no longer in uniform today, I will go with Steph Curry and Malcolm Brogdon.
Great names. Phoenix making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Bridges, and it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. The Suns trailing. Carter, the pass to Johnson. 20 feet out. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. 8 points for Devin Booker.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Beasley kicks to Layman. Pass to Reed. It's Beasley on the wing. Defended by Booker. Reed the pass to Layman. Shot clock at 3. For the 3. No good. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Here's Carter. That's tipped. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Johnson's got the ball. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got the lead up to 2 now for the Timberwolves.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Carter kicks to Kaminsky. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. Kaminsky's got it all tied up now for the Suns.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Here's a look at the stats for Devin Booker.
He's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break. 9th in assists, 16th in scoring, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. And Phoenix making a change here. Sharge is checked in. Beasley kicks to Culver. Back to Beasley. Passes it to Culver. Here's Reed. And Baines pulls it down.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Carter right side. Back to Booker. Now the pass to Carter. Here's Sharge. Off target from three-point range. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of him.
Pass to Kaminsky. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Booker outside. Shoots from 14, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Booker's got 6 here in this quarter. 16 seconds left to play here in the third. To the middle. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Inside. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Suns lead by 2. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. You've got Russell. James Johnson is out there with Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the small forward position. Johnson, the pass to Towns. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Booker dishes to Rubio. No good with the triple. The Timberwolves trail. Johnson attacking. Here's a Okogie. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Boy, you've got to give a lot of credit to Josh Okogie. I mean, he was the 20th pick in the 2018 draft and really well ahead of the curve as a rookie, and even saw starter minutes later on in the season. That's a great get for them.
And he makes both free throws. And meteoric rises not uncommon for Okogie.
Yeah, and Okogie's done a really nice job kind of turning the impression of him around because he wasn't highly touted in college. But I tell you what, he's proven to be an impact player because of how he can defend and shoot.
Booker inside, down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good, Ayton.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
To the wing on the left. Okogie for 3. They get it again. Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Well, I like the way Towns reads where the ball is coming off when it's missed. And he's got excellent timing as well and did a good job beating everybody to the ball.
Ayton against Towns. Ayton attacking. Lays it up off the glass. And the Suns lead by 2.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
Bridges passes to Saric. No good that time. Johnson with the defensive effort. Towns with it. Guarded now by Rubio. And the basket by Okogie.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Bridges kicks to Booker. Russell against Rubio. Back to Saric. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specials.
Back to Towns, over Saric. Towns, no luck.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
A nice shot by Booker.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Russell. On the wing, Booker. Bridges. At the elbow with Sharich. Ayton trying to break free. The shot by Sharich, no good. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. Rejected by Booker. And he gets it back. They double-team Johnson. Pass to Towns. To take the lead. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Man, how about the cool, calm, collectedness of Town? Helps him come through when the game gets snug.
Bridges against Hernan Gomez. Bridges passes to Rubio. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
Beasley's checked in for the Timberwolves. Minnesota with the ball. Giving up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Russell with a wide open look. But he stays with it. Towns down low. He's covered by Ayton. Towns, no luck.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
A pass to Ayton. Back to Sharich. Kicks it out to Rubio. Pocket 6. Pass to Ayton. The Suns need to get a shot off. The shot by Sharich, no good. Ayton against Russell. Beasley outside. A 3-ball. Can't get it to fall. And so it's the Timberwolves who come on top here. This win sets a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish.
where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Oh! Okay, all right.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Tonight, it'll be the Utah, and with pregame routines.
More than 40.
It is indeed, DA. Thank you. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Utah, advantage in one series. And, of course, the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're much further down in the standings right now.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
And we've all thought this. They're just a middle-of-the-road team. The last thing anyone in the NBA wants to be.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. We've got Russell, also Malik Beasley out there, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the four-man position. And for the Jazz, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the three, the small forward. Passes it to Okogie. 6 on the shot clock. O'Neal comes with the double team. Takes the turnaround J, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you've seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, no sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of runs themselves.
Timberwolves passing it around. Got that one up quick. Russell's got the first bucket of the game with the three for the Timberwolves. Pass to Gobert. Lets it go from deep. The Jazz with another miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
And Towns drops them both. And with the summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Will it go? Gobert. It's rebounded by Towns.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Here's Mitchell. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, coming in, you know Donovan Mitchell's going to get shots. All you can do defensively is try to make it tough on him.
Towns trying to get open, and that one is good by Beasley.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Minnesota making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. The pass to O'Neal. Shoots it. Jump shot is good. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. It's a 5-point game. Okogie, the pass to Johnson. There's the dish to Towns. Russell feeling it out a bit. Johnson down low. Ingles covering. A shot by Johnson, no good. Utah's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Mitchell's shot is good.
Donovan Mitchell pushing the basketball down your throat. We know he's going to be aggressive time and time again.
Puts one up from 19. Kept alive. And the dunk by Towns.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
Out to Russell. Launches it. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. 6 points for D'Angelo Russell.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Ingles. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's a Kogi. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
The feed to Ingles. To end the run, Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And what James Johnson brought with him coming into this league, physicality. He combines size, strength, athleticism, and a 7'1" wingspan.
The Timberwolves shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for Royce O'Neal. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. That one misses. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yes, out on the road, it's hard to overcome missed opportunities, even when you're playing hard.
The Timberwolves have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Both shots good from the stripe. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Aston Niang. Whoops, they pick off the pass. From deep three-point range, here's Culver, and the layup falls.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
And so it's Minnesota enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their transition game has been in full effect. And
the ups and downs of injuries and early on in my career not being able.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Timberwolves team out there.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
They've got O'Neal. Clarkson is out there with Emmanuel Mudiay. Then there's Davis, and it's Niang in at the power forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Now, here is O'Neal. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. Count that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket for Mudiay.
There's a built-in respect for coaches who played in the NBA. The Jazz, Quinn Snyder, never made it that far. But as a point guard, he helped Duke make 3 Final Four appearances.
And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
The tray. He doesn't hit that one. So Minnesota will take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Smitty Snyder, also an All-American in high school, 2-time Washington State Basketball Player of the Year in high school.
Led Mercer Island to a state title and then experienced coaching in college, the G League, and abroad. He's a lifer, and he's been around the game far and wide.
Culver kicks to Layman. Money from the wing. Lehman's got his first basket of the night.
Terrible shot selection, but you've got to appreciate his confidence.
Moutier. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Timberwolves leading by 12. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Culver passes to Johnson, and the shot goes in. Johnson's got 4 this quarter.
When you see contact with James Johnson involved, you know he can dish it out as well as he can take it. Tough bucket.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Basket counts.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Lehman pass to Culver. Here's Lehman, defended by Moutier. Dishes it to Johnson. Down low, 6 to shoot. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. With a break in the action, let's see which teams have come away with the most steals in the NBA this season. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals. The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
This is it to Moutier. The 3. Knocked away.
He has gone ice cold this quarter. Obviously not helping their cause.
The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Can you believe it? He's missed every shot he's taken. Yet this team still continues to hold the lead.
Niang, and he lays it straight in. Niang's got 4 points in the quarter.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets in.
Johnson dishes to Culver. Noel hits it from 3-point range. And the Timberwolves lead by 13. Here's Niang. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves looking at a third. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. It's Minnesota out in front at the half. They have a 13-point lead. How about you, Shaq? And
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Nice game. Great performance by James Johnson.
Yeah, it's been a grinding performance from him up to this point. His work on the boards in that first half was terrific.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Towns, D'Angelo Russell out there with Malik Beasley. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. Here's Towns. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Jazz trail by 13. Conley with it. He's picked up by Russell. Here's Ingles. And he uses the glass on the layup. Ingles has got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Jazz. Timberwolves shooting from the field. 44%. Not bad. Pass to Hernan Gomez. It's Beasley on the wing. Covered by Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Towns against Gobert. Rebound, Utah. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Now the pass to Ingles. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And his teammates call him old man, say he looks like a 40-year-old farmer. Joe Ingles, Smitty, much more than meets the eye.
You know what, Kevin? He's a star in his role. He's gotten better and better. He's a guy who can impact winning on a nightly basis.
Gobert with the block.
You gotta keep your head on the swivel when you go up against Rudy Gobert. What you love about Donovan Mitchell, not only does he explode into his moves, he finishes with authority.
Stolen by Mitchell. Conley against Russell. And the shot is long. Timberwolves leading by 7. Here's Hernan Gomez. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Minnesota shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. You know, Smitty, NBA referees, officials now have a presence on social media that's aiming at educating fans on calls and why they're made.
Yes, and I love it, Kevin, if you have these demos and talk about plays and games and situations that you're educating fans. It's just that fans look at it when these referees, who are human, miss calls, and then they want to re-show these plays that they missed. We still got to understand they're human and they're going to miss some calls.
Well said, Steve. Pass to Beasley. The kick out to Towns. Back to Beasley. It's stolen by Ingles. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Conley, the putback, rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Russell finds Hernan Gomez. Here's Towns on target from 13 feet. Towns has got 6 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Beasley with a clean look. He trains the quick shot. Beasley's got his second basket of the game.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Conley, the pass to O'Neal. Minnesota with the rebound. Hernan Gomez has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Okogie, the pass to Beasley. Poked away. Oh, and here comes Conley all alone. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Well, I'll tell you what, Conley still shows great foot speed. His father was a world-class track athlete.
For 3, Beasley. Gobert pulls it in.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. That's good by Hernan Gomez.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Lets it go. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from O'Neal. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Towns kicks to Beasley. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Beasley's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
34 seconds left in the third quarter. Passes to Ingles. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And that one is stuffed right through.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Mitchell looking it over. Puts it up from 12. Unable to get that one.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
And so it's Minnesota, 13 points up at the end of the period. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Routier out there with Clarkson. And there's Davis. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Niang in at the small forward. That's the group right now for Utah. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Timberwolves leading by 13. Johnson wide open. He fires. The quick look, no good that time.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
From downtown, offensive rebound. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Gobert going to the line. The defense couldn't do anything but foul the big fella.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euro. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Davis. Donovan Mitchell comes in for George Niang. And Mike Conley subbed in for Moutier. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Minnesota. Malik Beasley comes in for Culver. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Here's what the Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Ingles. For Minnesota, they've gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Beasley, the pass to Johnson. Plenty of space. Reed gets the bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Hernangomez against Mitchell. Can't connect from short range.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling. Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Johnson, the shot's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
It's deflected.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Trying to find Hernangomez. It's to him, and the shot goes in.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Conley inside the line. That one wide left. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Timberwolves. At one point, they led by 16. Reed gets the bucket. Steve, we're seeing more and more teams turn to high motion offense with a lot of passing, a lot of movement. What makes those systems, do you think, successful in today's game?
I think when you're in constant movement, especially with the rules where you can't grab and clutch and touch, it makes it hard for the defenders to keep guys in front of them. And it's hard to switch defensively when you have a team always in motion. Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
Johnson left side to the paint. Here's Hernan Gomez. That one off the back iron and out. Jazz trail by 10. Mitchell passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Good job by Mitchell, trusting his teammates. And in turn, that's going to open up opportunities for him.
Pass to Reed. Kicks it out to Beasley. To the inside, drives from the block. Reed gets the bucket.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
1:15 left here in the fourth quarter. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. And the Jazz making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Okogie comes in for James Johnson. Hernan Gomez finds Beasley. Back to Hernan Gomez. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Hernan Gomez has got 4 this quarter.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Timberwolves.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Shot clock at 5. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Here's Spellman. Wide open shot is on the money. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard. Yeah, easy call.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. So he comes up empty, missing both. And here's the fast break from outside the arc. That shot misses. And so the Timberwolves take the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill
Yeah.
Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end
I feel it. I feel it.
Game.
And it's all happening in Minnesota from the Targets. It's Friday night and live on 2K Sports. Bring it. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Beasley.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. And for Minnesota, we've got Russell. Also Malik Beasley out there. And it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. And stolen by Russell. And now Minnesota on the fast break.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Oklahoma City. Last time they met was in Minnesota, where they beat the Timberwolves.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge advantage in free throw percentage.
And Doris last season, rookie Josh Okogie ended up contributing more than the franchise thought he would.
Yeah, he was terrific as a 3-and-D player for the Wolves. This guy could end up being the steal of the draft, sort of in that Robert Covington mold.
Here is Paul after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot will not fall. Excellent D there from Beasley. From deep. Thunder with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Dort. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Russell kicks to Hernan Gomez. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Kicks it out to Beasley. Pass to Okogie. Clock at 6. Here's Towns. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Come on now, this guy is so tough to contain. Karl Anthony Towns, such touch inside.
Paul looking over the floor. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Drive by Adams. Gallinari trying to get open. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
This is Steven Adams at his absolute best. This guy is a high percentage shooter because he understands how to use his frame.
Kicks it to Gallinari over Hernan Gomez. And it's Gallinari missing. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Towns. And a miss there on the triple. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. And Paul with the basket on the assist from Gallinari. Of course, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business. As a player, coach, now broadcaster, who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there. LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA? Or Damian Lillard, who has proven so loyal to his fan base and organization and is one bad man when a game is on the line in the playoffs.
Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Paul against Hernan Gomez. Gallinari dishes to Paul. Here's Adams. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Towns, the best Hernan Gomez. Takes a 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Hernan Gomez.
And here's a look at stats for Adams. He's been dominant over the last month. 8th in field goal percentage, 13th in rebounding, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. Johnson, he's checked in for 1. Hernan Gomez. Noel's checked in for Oklahoma City. The drive by Paul. A miss that time would have put him up.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Can they get it? And the layup is good.
Well, that's how you bring out the best in your teammates. Towns is a prolific scorer, but guess what? He'll find you if you're open.
Passes it to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari right side. To the paint. He's looking for Noel and finds him, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
Pass to Okogie. From deep three-point range. Tie game in Minnesota. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Chris Ball talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
Toughest position in the NBA night in.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
They've got James Johnson, Culver out there with Lehman, and it's Reed in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Well, the Thunder begin on the defensive end of the floor. This is a team whose formula is to force a ton of turnovers, come up with steals, get out in transition. Last year, 4th in the league in defensive rating.
And for the Thunder defense, Doris, it starts with their rebounding.
Well, you have to begin with their strong interior defense. That lets their wings get out and pressure and take some chances. Defense has turned into a pillar for this team.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Now Schroeder. He had 27 points last game. Inside. Here's Muscala. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And so he hits both.
And you think about the Wolves' history. KG clearly their best player, but Big Cat has a chance to reach that level someday.
He does, Greg, and I think we always look through KG's legacy being defined by passion, commitment, and leadership. That was as important as his basketball skill. Karl Anthony Towns is similarly talented, right? I think the key is he just needs to find consistency. That's the last step.
And so here is Oklahoma City following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Ferguson, the pass to Schroeder. From deep. Tipped away.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Diallo, that one no good. Johnson with some nice D. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Lehman gets the bucket.
Now that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
And so here is Oklahoma City trailing by 4. Schroeder finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Schroeder's got his first points of the night.
If you give Dennis Schroeder space, he is going to get into his mid-range game. Knocks down that one.
Andre Robertson, he's checked in for the Thunder. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Culver. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Houston. The three-pointers right on target.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Lets the three fly. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And here's Robertson. Pass to Ferguson. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. That one good for two.
Well, this is the first full year now for Ryan Saunders. Let's remember he was hired by Minnesota full-time after an interim stint last season. And boy, did the players love playing for him.
Here's Schroeder. The putback. It's good on the putback. Noel's got his second bucket of the game to go.
We're talking about a guy who's got incredible length. Nerlens Noel doing work on the glass.
And the pass to Culver. We've got 1:28 left here in the second, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Gallinari's checked in. Now here's Schroeder. D right on him. And there's the call on Jake Layman. That's his first foul. A different look for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Muscala. And it's Paul in for Dennis Schroeder. Paul kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Adams. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
We are talking about a big-time offensive rebounder, and Steven Adams unafraid to impose his will with that frame.
No good from Beasley.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Gallinari passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, Robertson. Hernan Gomez covering. Robertson can't hit. Timberwolves leading by 4. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Beasley for 3. The rebound by Steven Adams.
And what a struggle it has been yet to convert a single shot from the field.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves lead by 4. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed it was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period. That's all for now.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Of course, the game is shifting towards skill and finesse, but there are those players who thrive in this league who are like bulldozers and force the issue inside.
Well, a guy like Blake Griffin, who is such a physically gifted basketball player, enters the league as one of the great dunkers, but has now added a three-point shot, still can play bully ball. But for me, the most ferocious at-the-rim scorer and the guy who's probably most underrated aspect is his strength, is the Greek freak. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the rim. Good luck and good night.
I don't know how you do it, right? I mean, how do you defend that?
Impossible.
Indeed. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the small forward.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Minnesota in the lead. Hernan Gomez passes to Towns. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Adams, some nice D. For the tie. Dort misses.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here. This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Thunder trailing by 5. Passes it to Paul. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Adams. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Here's Gallinari. That's tipped.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Okogie, the pass to Beasley.
You know, one dilemma that jumps out at me with the Timberwolves, over the years, they have been an excellent offensive rebounding team. It's the other end, the defensive backboards, where they have had some problems.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Here's Schroeder, and off the glass. That one's good. And Doris, you're right. Over the last 5 seasons, the Timberwolves have been the absolute worst defensive rebounding team in the NBA.
And it's hard to understand, Kevin, because they have created second chance opportunities for themselves only to give it back on the other end. That's the kind of thing that can be demoralizing for your defense. You get a stop, but you don't finish the possession with a rebound. That can wear you out physically and mentally.
Here's Ferguson. Noel passes to Muscala. At the tip, great positioning on the putback. Ferguson's got his second basket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Culver kicks to Beasley. Here's Reed. Back to Beasley. Three-pointer. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Noel dishes to Muscala, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Robertson, he's checked in for Ferguson. And there's the pass to Reed. Here's Culver. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Johnson. The shot comes out, so the Thunder will take it the other way. Passes to Robertson. It's Noel, high post. Here's Schroeder. No good on the 3.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
It's rebounded by Robertson. Thunder trailing by 6. Pass to Noel. Makes it off the glass. Noel's got 6 points.
And honestly, you hope for more of this from Nerlens Noel moving forward. This guy must develop his interior game.
Layman pass to Culver. 51 seconds left in the third. Noel kept alive. Minnesota, a second chance effort. Layman gets the bucket. Layman's got his second basket.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now, here is Muscala. The dish to Schroeder. 6 to shoot. from deep. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Timberwolves leading by 6. Over to the left wing. Johnson outside. Russell passes to Hernan Gomez. Back to Russell. From deep three-point range, they get it back. Out to the right wing. Okogie inside the three-point line. Another miss by Minnesota. And so it's Minnesota with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action after this word. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Minnesota, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with James Johnson. Then it's Russell. And it's Okogie in at the shooting guard. Here's Adams. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the middle. And that one's good. Russell's got the lead up to 11 now for Minnesota.
Well, you like to see D'Angelo Russell work his way to the inside. Proves he has some touch in the paint.
Ball kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And you can see what he wanted to do there, but that was a tough giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Beasley's checked in for Minnesota. They grabbed their own miss. Pass to Okogie. Back to Towns. Over Adams. Towns, no luck. Thunder trailing by 11. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. There's the pass to Gallinari. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment.
Wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
I remember it very well.
Incredible. Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Okogie for 3. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Gallinari left side. And count it from 19 feet away. Gallinari's got 6 points in the quarter. Timberwolves leading by 8. Pass to Hernan Gomez. A steal. Back to Russell. Here's Okogie. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Another miss by Minnesota.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
That's a finish for the purists out there. The lightest of touches on the finger roll.
Okogie, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Towns finds Beasley. That 3 off the mark. And Adams has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 6-point game. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Down low. Okogie Akogi, the pass to Towns. Beasley with a clean look. Misses the three.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
A drive by Paul. Again, the thunderstorm.
A crucial breakdown defensively, and he was quick to make him pay.
We call that execution, Greg, getting the ball to the right guy where he can do some damage.
Russell kicks to Beasley. Russell passes to Beasley. Down to 5 on the shot clock to stop the drought, and that one drops for him. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Well, he knew what he wanted to do there. Uses that height to get a clean look over the smaller defender.
Ball against Russell. Paul left side. Minnesota with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Akogi, the pass to Hernan Gomez. And there it is for him. And now an 8-point Minnesota lead.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Count it, good.
Adams is used to scoring through contact. Make no mistake, he'll show you some strength every now and again.
So it's the Timberwolves now. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. And it's Gallinari missing. Johnson outside. Back to Beasley. On deep. It's hauled in by Adams.
Well, that's not easy to box out like that. It's just great footwork, and that gave him just the time he needed.
And so the Timberwolves take the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave him that emotional boost that was needed.
for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV and NBA.
Welcome. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Ayton.
There's been a drop-off in the rebounding numbers. He seems to be getting out-muscled on the glass in a way we didn't see earlier in the season. His last 10 games, the totals have taken a huge hit.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Ayton is out there with Johnson. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Timberwolves, they've got Beasley. He's out there with D'Angelo Russell, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward position.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Now Rubio, after the missed 3 from Karl Anthony Towns. Kicks it out to Johnson. They get a hand on it. Here's Okogie. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Russell. It's deflected.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
Pass to Ayton. Back to Rubio. Beasley with the rebound.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
For 3, Okogie bangs home the trifecta. And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs.
Right.
So, you know, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team because they're the 4th seed. Yeah, let's go up against this.
Sure.
There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
Here's Towns. Goes back up. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Towns has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. And the lid's off. They're 1 for 4 to begin this one, but that shot might just get them going.
Count that bucket.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Now here's Ayton. He's been a go-to guy for them when they've needed offense. He's averaging 19 points a game. Now here's Bridges. He's guarded closely. The baseline J off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 7. Beasley with a clean look. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And it's Johnson penetrating. And there's the feed to Bridges. No good there. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Okogie, the pass to Hernan Gomez. And here we go. For 3, Booker. Beasley with the rebound. Minnesota's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Back to Russell. Passes it to Okogie. Over Booker. Okogie misses.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
And Devin Booker, where would the Suns offense be without him?
Probably bottom of the league if no Devin Booker slides on that Suns jersey. One of the purest shooters in the league and one of the most phenomenal young scorers that's come along maybe since Kevin Durant.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
So both teams making some changes here. Suns trail by 10. Pass to Baines. Tries from 10. Nice jump shot. Good.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
That one goes in.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Yeah, this is what you love about him, the confidence on that mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
Here's Baines. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And it's Carter missing.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And yes, it's good.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
It's stolen by Kaminsky.
And this coaching staff appreciates the effort from Culver.
And so it's Minnesota with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. We've got Kaminsky. He's out there with Saric. Carter out there with Aaron Baines. And it's Jerome in at the point guard position.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, three-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
Now here is Carter. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. 5 to shoot. The pass to Jerome. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Kaminsky. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And look now at a few years worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Rubio.
And you can see how much he's improved as a distributor over the past few years. He takes a lot of pride in his passing. Keeping his teammates involved and being a creator out there is really important.
And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff. And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Noel, defended by Carter. Out to the right wing. Right wing, Noel. And no good. The Suns go the other way with it. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
Kicks it out to Johnson. To the wing right side. Here's Reed. Another miss by Minnesota.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Pass to Baines. Here's Layman. Noel. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. If you were choosing a center for the team that you ran, you've got these options: Joel Embiid, Big Cat, or Jokic in Denver. Who do you go with?
There's so much variety in their games, Kevin. And I appreciate what Jokic does so much for that Denver Nuggets offense, initiating as a center from the top. But I'm going to have to go with Embiid and the way that he can dominate the game. There's still so much potential and growth for what it is that he can do. Down on the block, doing damage, taking away a lot of three-point shots. And not to disparage what it is that Karl Anthony Towns can do, but his size and dominance, I think there's an intimidation factor that Joel Embiid brings to the game that I would lean on over the other two.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Passes to Bridges. On the wing, Booker. Another shot, and it's good on the way in. Booker's got 5 now.
I think Booker's motivated tonight here. He's starting to play very aggressively. I want to see him more in there on the offensive glass.
Outside, Russell. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sharp.
Well, a chance to check out Mikal Bridges here. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Now, here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Booker with no one around. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And it's the Suns with the ball, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. 6 on the shot clock. Rubio finds 8. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take it. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Ayton's got 7 now in this quarter. Pass to Russell. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Beasley kicks to Towns. Back to Beasley from the arc. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, Booker has established that he can score and now showing that he can play make.
From deep 3-point range, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It's Minnesota out in front at the half. They have a narrow 3-point lead. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. DeAndre Ayton with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Beasley is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4 spot. And it's Beasley in the corner. To the middle, it's tipped. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one. A nice shot by Booker.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. He has 6. Bridges dishes to Rubio. Oh, and he can't cap off the break.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Beasley for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Beasley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. To the paint, Towns with it, now guarded by Ayton. Hernan Gomez passes to Russell. He gets that one. And now a 6-point Minnesota lead.
A quick-minded player. Russell can adapt to defenses and put the ball through the hoop.
And Phoenix with another turnover here. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Phoenix, their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happened. And, of course, the Timberwolves right on their heels and with their sights set on gaining ground.
And right now for Phoenix, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
And you have to wonder just how different this team will look next season, from players to possibly coaches, maybe every level of the organization.
Both teams will make substitutions. For Phoenix, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Every shot in his arsenal, Devin Booker, is pretty impressive. He can shoot it from deep. He moves well without the basketball. He can create with others. He is a young offensive force and is an interesting player to watch in terms of what develops next.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
And Brent, with Booker, the ball handling and creativity he has puts him among the elite guards in the league.
And you wonder if Phoenix can find a way to get some more talent around Devin Booker. What happens when all of the attention is not on him? He's already proven he's a great scorer. Where else can he go?
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, Ayton out there playing poker with the flush.
Russell passes to Layman. Back to Russell. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. The pass to Layman. Launches a 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Phoenix. On Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, here is Russell. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. Jacks up a 3. Jerome with the rebound. For Phoenix, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Booker looking around. Another 3 for Phoenix.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Johnson kicks to Layman. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Jerome. Ayton, the pass to Jerome. Johnson against Bridges. They get the rebound.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Johnson.
He's reliable, capitalizing on the inside. You have to keep Johnson from getting in that close.
Jerome, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Johnson, the pass to Okogie. Back to Johnson. It's stolen by Kaminsky. Carter on the wing. Off with the layup. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be... And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the 4th. Andre Ayton out there with Frank Kaminsky. Then it's Ricky Rubio. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Carter in a 2-guard. Here's Okogie. Hernan Gomez. That's a 2-pointer. And good. He nails it.
Buckets coming in bunches right now. He is just being big time.
Inside. Here's Baines. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Baines has got the lead up to 6 now for Phoenix.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Reed the pass to Hernan Gomez. Such a wide-open look. Hernan Gomez has got 4 points in the quarter.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Rubio dishes to Carter. Goes up on the wing. Reed with the rebound.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And the basket by Okogie.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Carter against Beasley. Pass to Rubio. Here's Baines. Carter kicks to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Back to Carter. 17-foot shot on the way. And the shot is good. And the Suns lead by 4.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Beasley outside. Pass to Okogie. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. No good from Hernan Gomez. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Russell's checked in. And for the Suns, Bridges comes in for Kaminsky. And it's Booker in for Carter. And he makes the first. Minnesota making a switch here. Towns is checked in. And both free throws good for Johnson. Timberwolves trail by 6. Russell with a wide open look. No good from outside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Booker. Over Beasley. That one rolling around and runs out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Rubio left side. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Phoenix no good that time either.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
To the inside. Johnson inside. Hernan Gomez covering. Johnson can't hit. Russell feeling it out a bit. Here's Hernan Gomez. They need this one. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Some changes for Phoenix. Ayton, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. And Dario Saric subbed in for Johnson. Here's Ayton. Back to Rubio. Bridges for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bridges has got the lead up to 8 now for Phoenix. To the left wing for three, Okogie. A shot off that time. And Phoenix the other way now. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the fourth. The shot by Saric, no good. And the pass to Russell. From deep. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
They get it back, and it's Ayton missing. For three, Beasley. Bridges with the board. Saric outside. That's good.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
And so it's Phoenix even. And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game. He is doing a great job. Thank you, D.A. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Colbert.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
And checking out Utah. Oh, what a play!
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Hernan Gomez passes to Russell. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Hernan Gomez against Ingles. 4 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Hernan Gomez, no good. And it's Utah's ball.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
Conley against Russell. Conley kicks to Ingles.
And that's Russell. I mean, has the length to disrupt and bother shots, even against bigger or more explosive athletes.
Right nowadays, teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the night here. The free throw drops for Towns.
Hey, Karl Anthony Towns was the unanimous 2015-16 Rookie of the Year, but you still have to admire how fast he's made an impact in this league.
And the basket by Ingles.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Hernan Gomez passes to Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Well, you got to respect and admire the focus of Towns. I mean, he just doesn't get rattled. He just stays with it, embraces the challenge, and keeps coming.
Pass to Gobert. Here's O'Neal, and the Jazz another 3.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
No good from Beasley. Looking at the last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Rockets.
And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them.
Pass to Okogie. Towns kicks to Hernan Gomez. Beasley with a clean look. Another miss by Minnesota. And on top of their troubles from range, the Wolves have also had trouble on the defensive glass.
Yeah, and if you can't rebound and you're not shooting it well, you've got to figure out who you're going to be. Your identity is in question. That's what the Wolves are trying to figure out. Who are we? What do we do well? How do we win? How do we succeed? To get to the next level, they've got to answer that question.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Outside Conley. Ball's knocked loose. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Okogie. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And Utah making a change here. Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for Royce O'Neal. Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Gobert can't hit.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Here's Layman. The rebound by Niang. Utah leading by 5. And there's the pass to Mudiay. shoots the three. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Passes it to Culver. Johnson left side. Here's Okogie. Back to Johnson. The rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. There's the call on James Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. And it's Davis with the ball for the Utah Jazz. 7-point differential. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Niang. They get the rebound. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
And so it's Utah. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up. During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder has quickly earned the appreciation of his players.
Very lucky to have a coach like that.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Utah.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Gobert is out there with Davis. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Emmanuel Mudiay. And it's Niang in at the 3 spot. Doubled by Culver. Niang passes to Davis. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Minnesota with the ball. Timberwolves trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Mark, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys. It's about trying to posterize them.
Any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor and you were out there as well saying, oh my goodness, look who I'm playing against him.
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and then the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams, and Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
Downs down low. He's covered by Clarkson. Here's Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Outstanding vision, plus the height of Towns allows him to see over defenders.
Mudiay looking around. And they're moving it up. Noel. And Davis sends it back.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge. And in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Down low. Here's Johnson. And he banks in the layup. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Mudiay kicks to Niang. Clarkson on the wing. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Pass to Culver. Towns against Davis. And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Karl Anthony Towns.
You know, the Timberwolves made Karl Anthony Towns their franchise cornerstone going forward. Cat signed a 5-year deal worth $190 million, and really it's not even a question. He's the present and future of this team.
Timberwolves passing it around. Back to Lehman. Kicks it out to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock, and Davis pulls it down. And with Towns in his extension, Clark, it would have been hard to imagine the Timberwolves doing anything different. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now, here's Culver, defended by Moutier. Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's Culver. Offensive rebound, and it's Towns on the follow.
Well, I like the way Towns reads where the ball is coming off when it's missed. And he's got excellent timing as well and did a good job beating everybody to the ball.
Pass to Moutier. To the paint. Here's Davis. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Davis has got his first points of the game.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Yeah, Towns has given them a huge injection of scoring tonight. A fearless, aggressive performance from the big fella.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Jazz shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both. And so it's Utah with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And a chance now.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder, Quinn, what has to happen?
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the 2K. Right out of the gates, it was Utah setting the tone. At one point, they had a 9-point lead fueled by some entertaining defensive. And that should do it with the second half of.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got D'Angelo Russell. Also Malik Beasley out there. And it's Towns in at the 5. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Guys, it is not that complicated. When a shot goes up, hit and go get. That means hit your man and then go get the ball.
Russell looking it over. Towns, the best, Hernan Gomez. That one drops for him. And that's 15 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, you see right there, Towns invites contact. unafraid of it, looking for it, and he's able to score through it.
The wide open look here for Ingles. Off target from the baseline. Timberwolves trail by 3. The wide open shot from Hernan Gomez. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Mitchell. No good that time. Excellent D there from Beasley. Now the pass to Hernan Gomez. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Hernan Gomez has got his first 2 points of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Another miss by Utah. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Clark, you played the traditional power forward position in the NBA years you had back in the 80s at such a high level. Who's doing that right now?
Tell you what, the power forward position has changed so much, Kevin. These 4 men now are not really the enforcing type physical guys that we saw in the 80s and even 90s. They're agile, they're rim protectors, they're shot makers from deep. And guys like Anthony Davis and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yes.
Man, I tell you, Anthony Davis goes to the top of my list in today's game.
Blake Griffin, another one with Detroit.
Yeah, good call. Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Passes it to Ingles. Over Hernan Gomez. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Ingles. Timberwolves have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Here's Mitchell. 5 points in the game. Outside Conley. The dish to Ingles. Conley with it. He's picked up by Russell. Conley kicks to O'Neal. A three-pointer, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No good from Beasley. For Utah, they've gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Baseline try. Utah gets it back.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Towns with the bucket.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
O'Neal passes to Gobert. And the layup's good off the glass. Gobert's got 8 points. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end. And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's space and then go and corral that backboard.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And for that matchup with the Blazers, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
And Utah making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. Now they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower. Probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those 2 needs better than anyone in the league.
And the basket by Okogie.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Clarkson passes to Gobert. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. 12 points for him.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Back to Beasley. Pass to Okogie. Out to Russell. From deep 3-point range, a rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game. Mitchell passes to Ingles, and he uses the glass on the layup. And now it's a 3-point Utah lead.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Up in time. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Jazz lead by 3. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Taking a look at the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's Clarkson in at the 3 slot. Russell, no good. Utah leading by 5. Here's Conley. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Conley's got his first bucket in this one. Here's Russell with the 3. Ingles with the rebound.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And here's Conley outside. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. Gobert's got the lead up to 9 now for the Jazz.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
Another miss by Minnesota.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Conley the pass to Mitchell. Beasley with the steal. Fast break. Minnesota pulls up. Johnson. Rebound Utah. Gobert's got rebound number 15 here tonight.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz. Beasley with the steal.
You know, he's got to take care of the ball much better than he has been. By himself, he's accounted for 4 turnovers. That's way too many.
And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Russell. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Jazz.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Hernan Gomez comes in for Johnson. Utah leading by 9. To the middle. Ingles against Beasley. A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Russell from long range. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And this young gun is fearless. Have to do more than just get a hand in Russell's face because he can make shots against good defense.
Ingles kicks to O'Neal. The shot, no good. Nice D from Russell. Inside. Here's a Kogi. Pass to Towns. Over to the wing. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Here's Mitchell. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 10.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Ingles dishes to Gobert. Herman Gomez grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
He hangs in there and cashes in on those second chance points.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Hernan Gomez.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Feeds it to Ingles and stolen by Russell. Beasley outside. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Mitchell. That shot, no good. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. For three, Okogie. Gobert pulls it in.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
Russell from long range knocks down the three ball.
He can knock it down from range, convert at the rack, and there you see the pull-up by D'Angelo. Multifaceted as a scorer.
The pass to O'Neal. Three-pointer. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. Now the Timberwolves with it. Trailing here by 8. Russell with a wide-open look. Poked away. And it's Conley with the ball for Utah. Passes to O'Neal. Out to the right wing. Conley, the pass to Ingles. Kicks it to O'Neal. Back to Ingles. Over Beasley. Basket good.
Yeah, great execution there. The turnaround, such a difficult shot to defend.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.